Welcome back to the Randall Ford Studios. I'm here with Cool Chris.
That's me.
He's too good to do any intros anymore because we're up to 34 subscribers.
34.
Yeah.
We're pretty big. I think we made it.
Yeah, as everybody would say.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go over some topics today. I'm gonna go over some topics today.
I'm just chilling.
Yeah, I can see that.
Got my pen.
He's put. What kind of pen you got?
The pen for autographs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We'll sign. Do you want one?
No, I don't. I don't want one at all.
Do you?
No, I don't want one either. Yeah.
Hey, little kid. What?
You don't even know who you are. He said,
I'll give you $1.
He's like
no,
that.
No.
He's an old man.
I
know he's old. He's just an old.
Yeah.
His
mom just grabbed him.
Yeah. Might need to take him to the hospital.
Okay, maybe we're done with this part of the thing. Put it right there just to remind everybody.
Yeah. But anyway, so we're gonna go over different topics today.
Say the outline. What we're gonna do. Say it fast.
Okay, so we're going to go over pros and cons of different brands of vehicles, and then not only that, we're going to show you what Ford's doing.
You're a horrible host of a podcast, just so you know. I didn't realize how good I was, so I'll let somebody else do it worse.
We didn't go over this. He just said you're going to do the intro, and then I didn't know what to say after that.
But anyway, yes, so we've got some pros and cons of different makes and models of cars. This is a list that Andrew came up with. It looks like he put some time and effort into it, which means that he copied this off of the internet.
I did copy it off the internet. That's 100%. I just went on Google and said pros and cons about Ford. Pros and cons about
But what we've been trying to do is give a few more tips for everybody, because we do have a lot of fun here, but we also want to give you some information that you can use. The last two podcasts, we've kind of switched over to doing a little more of that, and they've really taken off. We've got a lot of great responses from people that said, hey, we didn't learn anything, but we didn't mind watching for the first 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's true too. And also it gives a little bit of information out there, and people like information.
Yes, they do. So, and we don't have any, but luckily the computer does.
That's facts. That's true. Internet has been our hero.
Right.
So, but I guess we'll start this off.
Sure.
I can start this off with pros and cons of Ford, since we are a
Take
Ford
the one
dealership.
Topic that I know about.
Yeah, sorry. Well, I wrote them down and I wrote them down for you over there.
Okay.
Yeah, just so that you actually knew what they are.
Yeah.
But I'm
going to have to do one that's not Ford.
Well, I want to start with Ford because we are Ford, so might as well start with us and get the pros and cons out so that we don't look as bad when we're giving out everybody else's.
Sure.
But so a pro for Ford is that we have a reputation for producing sturdy and reliable vehicles. Now, a con is that most of our vehicles don't have that great of fuel efficiency, so they're not that great.
Yeah, compared to some, but
correct.
It's since Ford has kind of steered away from, they still make the Mustang, but for the most part, there are no cars produced by Ford right now, which means that we're into SUVs, trucks, heavy SUVs. Mm-hmm. They weigh more. Mm-hmm. They're a little bulkier, bigger. Yeah. So you're not going to get the fuel efficiency that you will from some of the other vehicles. But try to load up a card table in the back of a little Honda and see how that works.
Or try to pull a trailer with a Honda.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you can't do that so much.
Yeah, correct.
Could I throw in a pro for Ford?
Yeah, throw in a pro for Ford.
Okay. They sign my checks.
They also sign my checks. That's another pro.
Like that a lot. Yeah. Always going to be number one in my book.
Yeah, pay my bills.
Yes. My wife and I just had somebody come out and spray for pest at our house.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, well, what do you do? I said, I work at Randall Ford. I'm a sales manager there. He goes, oh, I drive Toyota.
Yeah, I got Toyota on
I was like, okay, that's neat. He said, why you like Ford? I said, you see this house you just sprayed? They paid for it.
Yeah, Toyota. And, most of these owners, which is, if you're a certain brand, Jeep, Dodge, and all them, if you're a certain brand, you're going to defend brands all day.
Right.
So,
yeah.
But you can go and read the next one. Next one is...
Jeep.
Jeep.
Jeep. Okay, my pros for Jeeps are people like them. They know what they are. You can take the doors off. That's neat. And for the longest time, they were the only person out there that had that type of vehicle that you take the top and the doors off until Ford. Bronco.
Okay, for one, Jeep are known for their off-road vehicles
Yeah.
and capabilities. That
True.
is what the Pro is
Yeah,
on the internet, not Chris's words.
True.
I go ahead and read the con of I
Con.
guess yourself or your.
Says not a Bronco.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Actually,
so
that's a pro for them.
it would be a pro
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah.
Jeeps may have less smooth rides because of their off-road capability,
Yeah,
capabilities.
and one of the things you always hear about Jeeps, it's kind of the same thing with the Broncos, is to be able to go off-road and have a top that comes on and off. The sacrifice you make for that is a little more road noise,
Yep.
some wind noise coming through, because it's not a welded shut vehicle. There's going to be
Correct.
some wind that comes through. Anything you take a top off of, some wind's going to get in there, so you have to sacrifice. But all you have to do is just, luckily they make the stereos in the Broncos and the Jeeps well, and with an extra notch on there so you can turn it to 11.
Yeah, so you can tone out everything.
Yeah.
I'll go over Honda. So whatever Honda is on here, it's the Pro is a reputation of reliability and also fuel efficiency. But they also got a lot of cars too.
Yes.
That is the reason why their fuel efficiency is way up. Ones, they have more of a firm ride than a smooth ride, so they're like more firm than anything
Yeah.
instead of like comfort and smooth. That's the only downside on that one.
And you're not going to get a whole lot of options
Correct.
on Hondas. There's not going to be a lot of creature comforts, real special things on that. It's a
Yes.
little more just cut and dry what you get with that. But what you get, they do well.
They do.
You can't complain about Hondas as far as reliability. They do last and last.
They do. All right, we'll go over Toyota.
Toyota.
Since you just went over
Are we
Toyota.
gonna, yeah, are we going to let Billy come over here? We're gonna,
I know, no joke. We have a Toyota fan here, so I
Yes.
don't want him to hear it. But they are, which is it is. They are known for durability and high resale value. That is one thing that you always
Yes.
hear about Toyota.
Yes. Our pest guy was a Toyota fan.
Yeah.
So that's what I drive a Tacoma. That's what I've always driven. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I can't fault you for that. Those things have been around forever, and they are great little trucks.
Yes. Now the con of them is they don't have as much sports vehicles out there. They lack sportiness in their vehicles, so
Yeah.
they don't have they don't have any high performance vehicles like Mustangs, Chargers, Challengers, and all kinds of stuff like that, like sports vehicles. Even Nissan has a sports vehicle, so they don't have anything that's high end sports wise.
Right. But I mean, sometimes they say the best thing you can do is focus on one thing and do it well instead of trying to spread yourself thin and do a whole bunch of different things, because then you sacrifice something.
Correct.
Whenever you do that. So, but their mark they have is reliability and those little Toyota Tacoma trucks, and my gosh, they do them well. I mean, Camrys, they're cars too. They make some great cars.
They do make
and
great
again,
cars.
better fuel efficiency because they have more cars in their
And
lineup.
Camrys still have high resale value,
Sure.
even when they're being cars.
Yeah.
Like their resale value is pretty
Well,
up
and
there.
here at Randall Ford, we don't just sell new cars. We
Correct.
also sell used cars, and we sell a lot of those. And that's one of the things. Whenever you get those Toyotas in here, people are Toyota customers. They will come buy those because they do last so well, which makes them a great addition to us to have on
Correct.
the used car side.
And that's why we're not just hounding all over these other ones, because we
Yeah.
have a lot of these on our lot. So
So as I said, Ford does pay my bills, but also I've got paid off Toyota, Jeep. They all help out. So Toyota pays my water bill.
now, surprisingly, this is the only one that I was kind of scared to say, but Dodge. Now, Dodge, they are known for their 5.7 Hemi. I mean, they got a massive motor. Yeah. They're known for their power in their trucks. But the only thing is, and I was surprised that even Google said this, is that they also have a reputation of below average of reliability.
Reliability.
Yeah, below average of reliability.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't want to knock somebody,
Correct.
but yeah, and a lot of times they do have some stuff that's like got a lot of get up and go, and sometimes things that have a lot of vroom vroom in them will shake themselves apart.
They will.
and disintegrate.
Well, you gotta think about what it takes to push out that much power.
Yeah.
Is there's a lot of cords, a lot of pulling, a lot of pushing, and it's a lot of airflow.
Yeah.
So it can break some stuff in there.
Yeah. Well, and when you look at it too, sometimes you have to look at this like how much do you pay for something versus how much reliability you expect out of it. Sometimes Dodges are a little, like in the truck market, for example, Dodges, you can get those usually a little cheaper than you can get a new F-150. You can get a new Dodge a lot of times cheaper
Correct.
than that. But sometimes I don't want to say you get what you pay for because there's nothing. But as far as what goes into making something, if it costs a little less, then it might have cost a little less to make it. If it costs a little less to make it, then it might be a little easier to break down.
Yeah, that is true. And then Hyundai, it actually shocked me with Hyundai.
Oh,
Have you ever? You want to read that one? Can you read
let's
that?
see. Praised for the value for money, offering good mix of features,
Yes, an affordable price.
an affordable price.
So you get a different mix of features and also like value
Sure.
for your money. Basically, if you're bringing, I guess it'd be value for your money. Is what
Sure.
they say. Hyundai's really good at, which is
Yeah.
really awesome because most of the time that's what you want to do. It's best bang for the buck, and that's what you're always looking out for.
Yeah, everybody's looking out for, try to save as much as they can these days. And as far as the value, you can't really complain about
Correct.
Hyundais. We've sold those here as well.
Yeah.
And we get a lot of those, they get traded in quite a bit. So, take that for what you want. So, and a lot of times, if we're a Ford dealership and if you look at the used lot at a specific brand of dealership, then you can kind of see, you can do that math yourself. It's like, okay, if there's a bunch of Hyundais on the used side at a Ford dealership, what are they there for? Because they probably traded them in on a Ford.
Correct.
So that just tells you a little bit. We've had some Hyundais here. We turn around. We haven't had complaints from those used cars that we sell. They seem to work pretty well for people.
Yeah. And the con on them is that their performance is under than most everybody else, though. So you do get your bang for your buck, but the performance-wise on those cars are not as great as all the other brands.
Sure. And again, you get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for.
It costs a little bit less, but you're getting a car not necessarily to go have fun in. You're getting a
Correct.
car because, again, the reason most people have cars is to get from point A to point B. So if you need something that is reliable and you get a good value and it serves its purpose to get you from point A to point B, then it's doing its job.
Correct.
You can't really put something down for that. Now, if you can't pull 4Gs going around the corner without the tires breaking loose and sliding off into the dirt because you're a little disappointed in the Hyundai's ability to drift, you kind of got to expect that.
I don't know if anybody drifting with Hyundais.
On purpose.
On purpose, anyways. Yeah, that is true. Well, that's all the pros and cons with me. What do we got new? So it's June 1st.
It is June 1st. I haven't actually got a chance. We got in here. We were here late last night. By we, I mean the other Andrew was
Yeah.
here late
Yeah, me
last
and
night.
Andrew, actually.
Yeah, closing out the month. So both Andrews were here late last night, closing out the month. We had a really strong finish to May. Thank you guys for that. I'm very proud of our performance in May. The last few days we were just going crazy. Today is actually Monday, and again, I'm in the netherworld where it's Monday, and I'm actually not here because I'm playing golf for a fundraiser, doing it for a good
I
cause.
forgot about that.
But I haven't had a chance. We got right in here to get this filmed because we expect this is Saturday. We expect it to be a busy day. We're
Correct.
trying to get this shot early before we get busy, because if not, then what always happens is we can't get it shot because we get busy with everything going. We're getting the shot early. I haven't actually checked the incentive. Sometimes it's a day or two, especially if the new month falls on a weekend,
Yeah.
such as it is. So I don't know what the incentives are.
So June 3rd, 4th, or well, usually it comes out on June 3rd. Is usually
Yes.
typically when they
second to
end
third.
up-
So
Yeah,
Monday
second to
we
third.
should have those. So I guess Andrew can come in and shoot an additional.
I won't. We will tell you a week later what the incentivized rates on these brand new ones, because they usually come out. So 2024's
Yeah.
come out.
Yeah, so everybody stay tuned.
Yep.
I will tell you that we have a special sale going on. We're still working out the details for June. Andrew doesn't even know what it is,
Don't
so
have
he's
no clue.
nodding yes,
Nope.
like a big dummy because he has no idea what. Okay, go ahead and tell everybody.
All right. So our special sale this month is you get to buy a car.
Yeah, you do get to do that, but that is not the thing. There's going to be a special with that. We're working everything out. It's going to be something you can win.
It's a buy one get one free.
It is not
Oh.
that. So
Okay.
you need to just not talk.
I know. Hey, no, hold on. There is trucks out there that we have. We need to get rid of these, by the way, because they are single cab F-250 gas burners, and we have a ton of them that Ford basically just dropped off our
Yes.
floor mat. But anyways, you buy 9 of those, get your last one free. Andrew said that you could do that.
Okay. all
Buy
right.
9, get one free.
Yep. So come in and do that. So
They're all like
that-
$45,000.
Again, that is not the special for
Okay.
June. We do have something coming. We will have all the details worked out by the next podcast. We also talked about having a special guest on in the future.
Correct.
Because one of the things a lot of people talk about is credit and how do I build credit, because they come in and they want to buy and they can't get one bought and they don't really understand, because in school these days they don't really teach financial responsibility or teach you what credit cards are. I wish they would. I wish they would do something.
Did they
to
ever
help.
teach it?
I had business math whenever I was in school.
Sick.
They at least taught us about checkbooks, how to balance its checkbook, what it means to do that, debits, credits. We at least had a little bit of inclination about that. I don't think, did they teach you anything?
No, they taught you how to do, no. Never mind.
Okay.
I'm just going to say no. Accounting, they've done a little bit of accounting, that's about
So
it.
not
They didn't
any of
know nothing
the-
about credit or anything
Not
like that.
any of the 6 days you went to school, they taught you any of that stuff.
I only went 6 days. I tried to skip those
You
hard
missed
ones.
those days,
Yeah,
so.
the hard ones. I mean, goodness.
But yeah, so I mean, we thought that might be a good topic in the future too, to talk a little bit about credit and how to build credit and help people understand credit, so that way whenever they come in here, they're not just completely blindsided by
Correct.
it, because informed customer helps us do our job more efficiently, and it helps you get what you want whenever you come into the deal.
Also saves you a lot of time.
Yes.
Yes, and time here, it's what takes about 2 to 3 hours to sell, basically buy or sell a car.
Yes.
So-
Yeah, and we're working every day to try to streamline that as much as we can to make it as quick and simple, so that way you don't have to come spend all day. I'm still amazed at the people that will want to come in late after you have a dealership full. It's like, okay, car tip number one: if you want to go buy a car, get to a dealership early.
Yes.
Nobody ever comes in early. We're just standing around with something to do. We can give you grade A service. We're not pulling our hair out because we have 15 people here trying to buy something at once. Get there early. But it's cool. There's probably donuts they'll let you have in there. If lunch comes, they'll be sure to give you some of their pizza. They'll be glad to do that.
Yeah, and you might
help
even come on here one day, like a Saturday, and we're shooting a podcast, and you can say hi.
Yeah, we'll come in for a special guest appearance. Customer A. We'll put you right here. Well, we trying to not run too long
Oh,
and
yeah.
just start
So we're-
rambling. So
yeah, absolutely.
tell them what to do.
Yeah, so if you don't mind, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube. If you're on YouTube, the subscribe button's down there at the bottom. If you're on Facebook, click the link up top. All you do is click it, subscribe to it. It helps us out.
Somebody can be number 35.
Yeah, somebody be number 35 on the
on.
subscribe unit. If you don't mind, press that share button. It gets us out there to your friends and family.
Cool.
I'd rather you go ahead and just share, and subscribe. Yeah. But yeah, hit that like button if you like the video, and we're gonna go over, I guess, credit next week.
Possibly.
All right.
And possibly a special guest. That's what we're trying to work out. So
Okay.
somebody that's not from the dealership. Stay
So
tuned.
stay tuned for next week when we go over credit and also having a special guest. See ya.